Hey y'all, today is Saturday, June 13th, 2026, and we are headed to Myrtle Beach. We're getting ready to head to the airport to catch our plane, and I'll see you guys there. Hey, Katie here to guide you through the video. Here we are getting onto our airplane at the airport to leave Huntington, and we actually got to climb up the stairs to the back of the airplane this year. Here we are taxiing along the runway, and then it was time for our super speedy takeoff up into the sky. Here we go. Of course, I had to make us some little snackle boxes to enjoy on the plane, all those yummy snacks. Here I am with Mama and Brittany in our row, all three of us squished in there together enjoying our snacks. Pretty soon it was time to take and land in Myrtle Beach. And here we are unloading the plane to go and grab all of our luggage. Then we got the keys and headed off to find our rental car for the week, so here we are doing that. And as you can see here, Myrtle Beach welcomed us. Of course it did. We had some time to kill, so we went and grabbed pizza at our favorite little pizza spot. And I always have to get this really delicious pineapple smoothie. Yum, yum, yum. Then after 4 o'clock, we could finally check into our hotel. And then we ran to grab all the groceries we would need for the week. Here I am putting away all of our groceries in the fridge and the freezer. Lots of stuff to have for 4 people for a whole 7-day trip to the beach. All of our yummy fruits and stuff. Then took my first look out at the ocean. On Sunday, I woke up by the ocean with some Fruity Pebbles for breakfast, and then it was about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I actually got to witness this wedding happening on the beach, which was pretty cool to see. They did it before there was anybody really out there to get into their way. Then it was time to lather up in my 100 SPF sunscreen so I could head on out to the ocean for the first time this year. And I always have to use this deodorant stick type one for my face, so here I am lathering that on. Wear my cutesy little sunglasses, and I cannot forget my big old sun hat to help keep myself from getting super sunburnt. Brittany and I have these cute little matching towels with our names on them. And here I am stepping out into the ocean. The water was really cold. You can see it's just barely covering my toes, but I eventually made it out further into the water. And then at 9 o'clock when they opened, I had to take a little dip into the lazy river, so you can see me here swimming around like a big old fish. Then for lunchtime, I always have to do my video with how I'm doing my hair, so here I am getting that all fixed up so we can go out and eat. And our favorite place to go is to Captain George's, so here we are heading in for that 12 o'clock lunch special. Inside, they have these big buffets that look like giant ships. Afterwards, we ran down to Dunkin' to grab some coffees. And then I had to put on my swimsuit because it's time for us to head on downstairs to the pool. So here I am swimming in the big old pool downstairs. Watch out, everybody. And then Brittany and I had to go and relax in the lazy river. Here I am floating on down in the water and blocking Brittany from getting through. Then I love a good water slide, so here's me and Mom actually coming down the little water slides. But then we went to the other building, which has the big water slides, and you'll see me, here I come. This one kind of drops you straight down, so that's me pretty much coming out on my head. And then watch closely, because right after me, we convinced Mom to come down the slide. She'd never ridden this one before, and she actually did not ride any more water slides after this one, because this water slide's pretty rough. You can see her here. It really shakes you up. Then on Monday morning, you see I'm dressed and heading out because we actually went out for breakfast at a place called Salt and Honey Grill. They've only been here for a year, but their stuff was so good. It's really cute in there. Everything is bumblebee themed. You see this beautiful mural on the wall in the back, and there's a bunch of honeycomb decorations and bee decorations all over the place. Mom and I decided to split some food here, so we split these blueberry mascarpone pancakes, and we also split some eggs and grits and sausage and toast and stuff. Brittany had these delicious banana Foster pancakes, and Terry had some crab cake egg benedicts with some grits. Then we headed on down to the pool. Here was Brittany and I enjoying some little drinks by the pool. It was so hot outside. But then we actually found out that we had to switch rooms. We had a broken appliance in our room that was unable to be fixed. So our only option was to pretty much pack up and change rooms. So here I am packing my suitcase for that. And you can see me rolling this big luggage cart down the hallway. And then pretty soon we got to enter our new place, which was 1454. It's up on the penthouse floor. And then Brittany and I squeezed ourselves in the elevator with our 3 empty carts. We all just barely fit. For dinner that night, we decided to go on out, and we went out to the buffet. I got some frog legs and yummy stuff on there to eat. And we decided we wanted to play some games. So here's a little clip of us. We played some apples to apples as a family, which was really funny. Then on Tuesday morning, I started with my bowl of cereal on the balcony, as per usual. Then I got on my workout clothes, because Mom and I were heading on down to the gym. So here I am, I'm on that elliptical, zooming as fast as I can. This little gym here I'd never been to before, but it actually has a decent amount of equipment in it. And here I am working out some more. Mom was filming me. She was working out really hard on the bench, actually. You just can't see it. And then afterwards, I decided to have a little bit of a snack. So I had some turkey and cheese and some fruit. And Brittany and I decided to go on down to the hot tub. So here we are relaxing in there. And then we had dinner at one of our favorite little places called Simply Southern Smokehouse. And here I am enjoying some good old fried chicken. Then we played Gartic Phone as a family. If you've never played this game, I highly suggest it. It's kind of like Pictionary and Telephone crossed together, and hilarity can definitely ensue. I ended the night here at the water park. I'm down in the kiddie area, and a giant bucket just totally drenched me. And then relaxed a little bit in the hot tub. Then after Brittany went to bed, I had to decorate for her birthday because it is the following morning. So here I am trying to hang up this big sign that I had made for her 35th birthday. And here's her little present. I put out these aloha signs on the coffee table, happy birthday sign in the mirror, her little card. And here I am decorating the table with her little tablecloth and plates and forks and spoons and things. I had to blow up all these balloons, said happy birthday, and then I had a 35 balloon. So here they are. That's a happy, there's the B-day. And I put those out on the couch for us in the morning. And here I am putting out the little 35 balloons. And here we are on birthday morning. We had some delicious French toast for breakfast made by Mr. Terry Nance. And then we let Brittany open up her presents. I got her the Sudoku book and some pencils. And then inside the bag, she pulls out this little t-shirt that Mom got her that says birthday girl, birthday girl, and then a 35. And here's her giant card that actually told her that we had it already planned an escape room to go to because I had scheduled it. And then I got all dressed up in my fancy little outfit that I only wear at the beach. And we headed off to our escape room here at the Escape Games. Afterwards, we went over to Miyabi for a special birthday dinner. See, here he is cooking up all of our food. And Miyabi is special because they sing and dance for your birthday, so here's a clip of that. And then afterwards, we ran through Krispy Kreme because Brittany got free donuts. And I got this delicious lemon donut to try. You can see me here trying it. It was so, so good. And then we had planned for birthday cake. So here I am decorating with all the little beach and summertime toppers and the 35 candles. And here's us singing to Brittany. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brittany. Happy birthday to you. Wow, blow your candles. Then I started off my Thursday with a leftover donut and some scrambled eggs on the balcony. And I watched next door. They're actually building this brand new house. I got to watch some of that. Then here I am getting all fixed up again, which means that we must be on our way out to do something. So here we go. And we actually ended up going to Broadway at the beach. So I'm taking you all through here. You can see Mom and Terry walking behind me. And that's Brittany next to me. And Brittany and I jumped on this jet boat. If you've never been to the jet boats at Broadway at the beach, at Myrtle Beach, I highly suggest you ride them. Obviously, I have this video sped up a little bit, but they do still go pretty fast. They take you up and down through the water underneath that bridge. And then they stop every so often and kind of twirl you around. And the water kind of splashes your way around a bit. We've been riding them for years, and we always have so much fun on them. Then for lunch, we headed over to our favorite Mr. Joe's Crab Shack. It is so cool, and there are all the cool decorations, and it's just a fun atmosphere to be in. They give you these fun bibs to wear, so mine says, "Shrimpin' ain't easy." And I got a seafood boil full of shrimp and stuff, so here they are unloading that for me. I see all of my shrimps. I had mussels, clams, corn, eggs, and sausage. Then afterwards, my now dirty bib, I had to rip that off of there. You can see it really didn't want to come apart, so I ended up just taking it over top of my head. And they dressed up and also sang to Brittany, so here's that.
At this table, my friend Brittany right here is turning 21. All over again, alright? On the count to 3, I want everybody to say happy birthday, alright? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brittany. Happy birthday to you. Then afterwards, we actually stopped to do some shopping at Rack Room Shoes, and I found a really good deal on Crocs, so I got this pink pair and this blue glitter pair for pretty much buy one, get one free. Then we went shopping at one of those little, like, t-shirt shop vacation stores. You can see me going through the racks here with all the shirts and things, and then looking for some cool things to pick up. I ended up picking up this green Myrtle Beach hat for my boyfriend, and then I picked out this cute little shirt with a crab on it for myself. Then, of course, I had to run by Dunkin' really quick and grab those red, white, and blue munchkins. Those are so cute. And that evening, we all headed down to the beach. So here goes Terry and I heading down to put our toes in the water. You can tell the tide was really far out. And then afterwards, it was time for him to pack up his truck so he could leave the next morning. So here we are doing that. On Friday morning, Mom made Brittany and I some eggs and stuff for breakfast, and I got to watch the ocean outside. Here we are, trying to see what's all down in the water while they're doing all that work. Then I ran down through Kittyland. The water was basically an ice cube. It was absolutely freezing in there. And then later on, we kind of walked over to the other building for dinner. They have a restaurant, hotel there. It was so good. I got the fish and chips with some coleslaw, fries, and hush puppies. Then I wanted to visit the ice cream truck all week, so we finally did that evening. And I got this good little chocolate chip ice cream cookie sandwich. Then it was our last evening, so we headed down to the beach for one last time. Here's Mom and Brittany heading on out to the water. I got them. The water's really cold, so they're kind of inching towards it. And here is me, of course. I don't even think they knew that I filmed this. See, they're not even paying attention. And then the sunset was too pretty to not show you guys. So here's that. You can see it looks like a big string of clouds, but it's kind of like pink and blue. Then we headed inside, and I got this little drinky drink here by the pool and spent some time warming up in the hot tub. And then I went ahead and started getting all my stuff packed up in my suitcase to be ready to go. On Saturday morning, of course, I had to have my cereal on the balcony on our last day. And then I waved goodbye to the ocean, grabbed my suitcase, so I was ready, headed out the door. Here we are loading up the elevator to go downstairs and leave our hotel. But we had a few hours to kill, so we thought, why don't we just go and do some mini golf? So here we are. Here's Mom, and I think this is the very first hole, actually. Oh, too close, but it did not make it. Then they have this really cool skull here with the smoke that comes out. So I thought I'd show that to you. And then I don't think that these prisoners fared too awful well in here. And then here I am. I almost got a hole in one here. It was literally like a centimeter from the hole. It was so sad. You can see me pointing at it. And then, oh, if you watch my yellow ball closely as it goes to the right, I'm going to do a trick shot. It bounces off right here and follows along the bricks and back onto the course. Unfortunately, it was not a hole-in-one, but that would have been really cool if it had been. Then I had to show you Peter Pan because he was looking rough, like real scary. There he is. And then if you look closely in here, you'll catch a little glimpse of Tinkerbell inside the container. Hello, Tink. Then I had to use the penny press to get my cute little penny made. I love collecting these. Then we ran over to Teacher's Touch. This is the teacher store. I always shop here when we come here on vacation. We grabbed a quick lunch at a local seafood buffet. Very, very good. Then we headed off to the airport so we could finally catch our plane. Here we are, loading onto the airplane. In a second, you'll see there's Brittany behind me, and then there's Mom even further back behind her. Here's our takeoff to leave Myrtle Beach. And pretty soon, we were back home from vacation. And here are all of our pictures. Here's me and Mama Brittany in our matching shirts at the airport. Me with my yummy pineapple smoothie. Here's a picture of that wedding I got to witness at 6 o'clock in the morning. Here's Mom and Brittany and I down by the ocean. Here's Brittany and I with our matching name towels. Here's Brittany's happy birthday banner and bag. And here's the tablecloth with the little plates and stuff. Her happy birthday balloons on our couch. Here's the stuff I put on the mirror. You can catch me in the mirror giving you the peace sign. Here's all of that shot together with the mirror behind the couch. Here's that Aloha stuff that I put on the coffee table. Here's Brittany's 35 balloons. And here's her giant card that tells all about being born in 1991. Here's her little birthday cake that we put all this stuff in. Here's Brittany with her birthday cake. Here we are at the escape room. We escaped with 1 minute and 1 second left. Here's me at Broadway at the beach with the water in the background. Here's a nice clip of Brittany and I zooming on the jet boats. Here we are from the other angle. You can see I look kind of scared. And here I am waving to Mom, who is doing all of our videoing for us. Here's me at Joe's Crab Shack to remind you that shrimping ain't easy. Here's Brittany now with our little bibs on. Brittany's having a shell of a good time. Mom is so crabulous here with her bib on. Here's a picture of all 4 of us at the Joe's Crab Shack that they took. Here's me in front of that skull thing that I showed you. And then Mom joined me for the picture in front of it also. Then I climbed up next to Peter Pan so I could have my little photo. And here's me by the big ship with Captain Hook up there behind me. Here I am in the lifeguard chair at our hotel. Here's Mom and Brittany and I down by the water. Here's Brittany and I standing in the ocean together. This is also Brittany and I standing next to the ocean together. And this is also Brittany and I standing next to the ocean together. And then I finally get to have my own moment here at the ocean. Here I am with my yummy sour blue lemonade. It was very, very delicious, if you couldn't tell. Here's Mom and Terry down by the ocean together. Here's Terry and I actually in the ocean. And then here's Terry and Brittany and I in the ocean. Here's Terry and Mom and I in the ocean. And here's finally all 4 of us in the ocean. And then Mom with her butt in the sand. And then here we are enjoying some drinks at the pool. And of course, lounging in the lazy river together. Here's Brittany and I chilling in the hot tub. Here's Brittany and I with our little drinky drinks by the pool. And Mom with her little drinky drink, of course. And finally, here's Brittany and I in the big chair at the airport heading home.